Alright, I don't really know what to expect out of this, but I just picked up this little computer sitting in the back. We're gonna go check it out. It's known not to be working, so we'll just see what happens. I mean, I think I can fix it, but I don't actually know. So let's just drive on back home and see if we can get this thing working. But wish me luck. Let's do it. And there she is. This is the PC in question. Straight off the bat, we've got some serious like dirt problems or something. Like, have a look at this. We got, oh yuck, I shouldn't have touched that. This computer actually scares me at what's been inside of it. Like, what is that? What is that? For the specs of this thing, for the CPU, we've got an i7-9700K, and that is what really attracted me to this build, because I have a Z390 motherboard of my own, and I don't have a CPU for it, and I wanted to pair it with a decent CPU. Well, this is pretty much the second best CPU you can get for this thing. But when the owner said that the power supply was cooked, that's what he thought the theory was. Put the RM750X back there, that raised a few eyebrows. So I'm thinking, what I want to get out of this thing is I want to be able to get a CPU, some RAM, AIO, the case. Obviously probably not the power supply, but I mean, it would be a good bonus if we could grab that. And honestly, when I looked at the listing, I thought the motherboard was going to be cooked straight off the bat, because generally that's what the situations normally are. And I had a spare motherboard, so I was like, damn, this is going to be perfect. But we're really just going to have to see what's going on with this thing. But let's go take a look. Let's just see what happens when we try to turn this thing on. Really quickly, before we power this on, I just want to mention this case. It looks pretty damn nice, but it is very similar, by the coincidence. I have the Fractal Design Define 6, which it looks really similar to, except that one's got like a big ass wall and a door. But I actually really like this. It's like a cute little mini version, which is actually pretty cool. I like that. I actually fuck with these cases quite heavily. They look pretty cool, don't they? Alright, I don't think I'm really expecting anything out of this, but you know, we'll just see what happens. Just let me know if you guys actually see anything. I feel like it's probably a bit redundant to plug in all this stuff, but just do it the courtesy. Yeah, there's no button, is there? I don't see anything happening. Yeah, nothing. Alright, power supply is coming out. Alright, so instead of outright swapping out the power supply, I'm still just going to test with another one, but I've got it right here, and I'm actually hoping that there is a situation where we actually get to keep the power supply in here. Oh, love that cable management. Alright, I don't think there's any other power supply cables I need. No GPU, no SSDs or anything, so oh, I'm a bit nervous. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm hoping for nothing. I'm hoping for nothing. Oh shit, maybe that's good. That means there is a chance that the internal power supply here works. Okay, I've got a plan of attack. I'm going to take the CPU out of here, put it into my known motherboard that works, and test it with my own power supply, because I know mine works. Oops. I feel like Corsair has a decent reputation apart from the orange VS450. I know those things, the fans are so fucking loud, but anyway, that's a bit off topic. Let's see if we can just get the CPU out of here and see how we go. Alright, and undo this. Okay, cool. Alright, now we can probably just get rid of this with some even pressure. Ooh, she's a bit loose. Maybe it's supposed to be loose, I don't fucking know. I hope this AIO works, by the way. Like, I'm not hoping for any block pumps or anything. Oh, whoa, what's happening here? Who the fuck built this computer, man? So what happened here? We got... Bro, how does this even happen? What the fuck? Okay, hold up. Let's get a proper look at this. Bro, what is that? Look at that! What the hell? That's like bugs or something. That is the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life. How'd they even get there? Maybe that's why this thing stopped working. Started getting some external life in here. Oh my god. What are those stains? Okay, maybe this AIO is not good. There's a few reasons of concern in here. Something was living in here, man. This computer, oh, I don't know what happened here. Jeez. Alright, so before we take the CPU out, I think it's logical, while it's in, try clean it up as best as we can. Like, what actually is this? Can anyone tell me? What is that? Yeah, that's something else. I do not know. Okay, we do in fact have the 9700K. That's really good. So, there you go, you can see it, 9700K. Get everything completely zoomed out. That's what we're working with. All right, let's just take this thing out. Okay, let it fall. Catch, nice. Okay, pins look really good. Not that it probably doesn't matter. Back looks pretty good. Probably just give it a little bit of clean around the edges, like over there. But other than that, 9700K. Now I'm gonna bring this to my own motherboard. I'm gonna let this part of the computer just chill out for a moment. Then hopefully if it works, we'll come back here, we'll clean everything the fuck up. Oh, that's fucking gross. That's gross. Bam. Z390 Aurorus Pro Wi-Fi. All right, are we ready to get fucking fired up? Let's get this fucking bad bitch out. Oh, that's a nice motherboard. It's time to lock the fuck in. Oops, okay, all good. That's it. All right, let's get some RAM. All right, single 4 gig stick, literally nothing crazy. We're just testing the CPU here. We can test the RAM later. I'm feeling nervous. I'm seriously feeling it. Okay. This is it. Let me get my screwdriver. Come on, baby. Come on. Where? Oh, okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I do feel warmth. I do feel warmth. Come on. Come on, the keyboard lit up. Come on, bro. Fuck. Like, this thing should be able to work on its own. I wonder if I could get it to work with the GPU in there, but that's not really the point. This CPU should work by itself. I saw my keyboard light up. I got excited, but fuck. It's just stuck doing this. Maybe we could just reset the CMOS, you know, try our luck, see what actually happens. Why is it getting stuck on VGA? Look, I'm gonna add a graphics card, but I'm never gonna feel fulfilled because it should be able to work by itself. GTX 650 is in. Let's see what this thing wants to do. Come on. Yo, what the fuck? What? What? What is this? Oh my days, does that mean it works? Straight away. What? Why does it work with a GPU? Like, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like, you agree? It works legit straight away. Why does bro only work with a graphics card? Here we go. And power on. GPU fan is lighting up. Brother. Okay, so that should mean the RAM works. You get a close-up of this. Yes, we have 16 gigs of RAM, i7 9700K. So, a bit of mixed feelings right now. Let me just flip the camera over, but a bit of mixed feelings. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, is this still a viable system? Like, is this CPU gonna shit itself? I don't know the answer to that question. I really don't know. Alrighty, what is good? I've taken about a day to just sort of come back and have a look at everything, but basically we have lost our AIO and our motherboard. Now the motherboard was expected. Motherboards always shit themselves. fair enough. Not really a big loss when we had our own motherboard ready to come in. However, the AIO, it sort of pissed me off because I don't have many CPU coolers, and I know this is an i7, so we needed something decent to cool it down with. So now I have to go out and buy another one or an air cooler, whatever. But that shit was rank. Like, I bent the tubes a little bit just to sort of just play around with it after I took it out. You know how you do it, the block hat, it's a bit stiff and you bend it up. And I just left it on my desk. I come back, I noticed a little green puddle forming. I'm like, for fuck's sake. That was really annoying. It was just frustrating. And also, on the copper plate that touches the CPU, it has some really weird residue on there that didn't look good. So I don't know if that was a previous leak or what even caused that mark to go there. I couldn't tell you. But maybe it's a theory as to why this computer stopped working. I have no idea. But anyway, we've lost the AIO in the motherboard. So that's whatever that is. But we've managed to actually get our power supply working, which is really good. I took a little bit of a risk and I just plugged it in, but I plugged it in with good reason, because when I used my working power supply on the broken motherboard, it didn't want to turn on at all whatsoever. So that sort of told me that this power supply could be a chance if that motherboard is just refusing to turn on no matter what's plugged into it. So it works so far. I haven't tested it at any high wattages or anything. We'll probably give that a test to be on the safe side. But in theory, so far we've got power supply, RAM, case, and the CPU. Oh, this one, its integrated graphics are giving me a little bit of a scare. I don't know whether they work or not, because this thing will only post with a graphics card plugged in, and it's not an F integer. Ah, there's a word for the suffix. Oh, there's a word for, you know, there's a word for the skew, I don't know. You know how CPUs have K, F, H, T, whatever at the end? I was looking for the word that describes those letters. But anyway, it's not an F CPU. It's just a K by itself. So the integrated graphics should work, but they don't. Honestly, I'm hoping that the motherboard's HDMI port is cooked, because I just want a fully functional CPU. I don't really care what the motherboard's doing. Plus, when we build this thing properly, we're going to have a graphics card in here. So honestly, that shouldn't be an issue for all right now, but it's just eating at my conscience because I want to know why and which one is causing the problem. So I just want a fully functional CPU. I can't confirm it right now either because I don't have an 8th or 9th gen CPU, which is a little bit annoying. And I don't have a 300 series motherboard, so I can't confirm this. So I'm looking to see if I can find one. But until then, we will be unconfirmed at what the situation is with the CPU. I'm just also worrying about it because it came from a broken system. So I just want to make sure that that's fully all good, no problems. But I think we've scored actually a banger. Given that we get the big four working, CPU, RAM, power supply, case, for 200 bucks, we're looking pretty fucking good. Pretty damn good. So what I'm going to do right now is, with everything that we've got working, I'm just going to put it together as a case, by the way. We're just going to put everything together, half built, pending a graphics card, AIO, and an SSD until we get a fully working gaming PC. But I'm just going to build everything together all nice and clean and just have it ready to see what it looks like with our $200 bargain. But anyway, let's go do it. Oh yes. This is the system, by the way. I've been talking next to it. But anyway, let's do it. So we can start disassembling this thing. It's actually a funny story of how I got my hands on this motherboard. I was looking for a CPU to fix another computer because I had this CPU that had a broken memory controller. Oh, fuck. Okay, sorry guys. Oh my days. I was looking for a CPU that didn't have a broken memory controller, and the only thing I could find was in combination with this said motherboard. Now that was all well and good, except that was an i5 and this is actually a pretty freaking nice motherboard. Have a look at it. And so I just kept using it with a Z370 and I just held on to this because I didn't have a good enough CPU for it yet. And I just always had it in the back of my mind that once I got a good CPU for this thing, I will get to use this motherboard. So that's what we're doing. Got this motherboard out of here and we can finally use it. And I honestly think this is gonna be a banging system, like 9700K. We got a decent power supply too. Yeah, there you go. And all in a lovely case. We're just pending a decent graphics card. And I'm not really sure what I want to use with this thing. Maybe like 30 series, I don't know. Yeah, but we'll have a look into it anyway. But let's put this thing into the case. There is nothing I love more than a full-size motherboard coming into the case, locking everything in perfectly. The previous motherboard, I think it was like up to about here, but this one will go right to the end standoff. I just had to put these in and it'll go nice and freaking flush. That's gonna look beautiful. And also, I'll pick the case up. Have a look at that grommet at an angle. That's kind of cool. I've never seen that before. So yeah, I'm just gonna suss out which screw I need to put in, and then we'll get the motherboard in here. Let us chuck this motherboard in. Oh, beautiful. The main part that I'm talking about is look how well it fits in. Like, look at that. Look at that SATA cable is going to go and in, no problems. That's really nice. I love that fit. That fits in so well. This case is great size. It's actually so cute. You know, one thing I want to do with this computer is actually give it a BIOS update, because a BIOS update could actually solve our CPU problem, and maybe it's just a motherboard thing. I really don't know, but it's definitely worth a shot. So let me just finish doing all these screws and then we'll put the next few things in. But once we get a cooler, we'll definitely BIOS update this bitch. Alrighty, it is power supply time. I do have to say, the cable management of this computer was pretty good. The guy said it was a pre-built from an Australian company called M-Wave. So yeah, I was actually pretty impressed with that. It had some sort of Cooler Master RGB hub for the AIO, which was cable managed quite well. So I got to give it the respects. However, this thing just got pretty fucking dirty. One thing also, when it comes to picking a graphics card, I'm going to be limited to a graphics card that only has 8 PCIe pin power slots, because I don't have another cable that came with this computer. I don't know the right cable. Maybe I can find it, but it'll probably be overly expensive online and not worth it at all. But yeah, so that's going to be my limitation when picking my next power supply. That is a main power supply install. We'll just route these cables a little bit. And yeah, it's very tight in the basement there. This case isn't very long this way, so I guess we're naturally a bit limited, but let's just route these cables a little bit and then boom, we're ready. That's it. I've just found the best front panel connections ever. Now, the main problem with front panel connections is all the cables are usually bonded to one cable, except look at this. These ones are all individually, which is amazing because look, I've just done the power LEDs plus and minus, and I just looked, plugged the two in together, and then I can look, plug the next two in together. You know what I mean? It's amazing. Instead of having to awkwardly hold and bunch everything all up together, try plugging it in, you can just do two at a time and lock it in really easily. I haven't actually seen this before because usually they're all bonded together. I really rate that. That is fucking awesome. So we finally built this thing. I'm just gonna turn it on, and yes, we put the 650 in here because we didn't really have another choice and we want to make it post. So let me just be really quick. It is turning on. I just want to see it work. Okay, there you go, look at that. Done. Yeah, but I just honestly wanted to show you guys at least a somewhat built computer, somewhat working. All we need is an AIO and an SSD to be able to operate the thing, and then we can just get in a nice old graphics card. But honestly, I think it looks pretty good. Look, I am happy with this purchase overall. I think we got a good one, just pending on this CPU over here, but Everything here looks good. Everything cleaned up really well. I'll show you guys the cable management. And yeah, it's pretty basic so far, just routed cables and stuff. But this has been the $200 broken PC, which we found the problem, we fixed it, pending that CPU and confirming what's wrong with it, if there's anything wrong with it. I really just want to get that out of my brain, but honestly, I think we did all right here. If anyone also can shed any light on what is wrong with this, please let me know, because I got quite confused in the whole process of doing this. But anyway, please like and subscribe if you wish to. I'll see you guys in the next video, and go watch some more of my other videos because I got some good stuff out there. So thanks for watching. See you later.